Hi everyone, and welcome to another Doctor Who Series 6 figure review by me, Max Shorts. Now today I'm going to be bringing you my first Doctor Who Series 6 Wave 1D figure review, and as you can see it is going to be of the Silent with Open Mouth and Lightning Effect hands from Day of the Moon and also from the Wedding of River Song. Now I got this figure today from Boots for £15. I was really happy when I found it in there because I hadn't found this figure before. As soon as I saw it, I got it, and I've just pretty much taken it out the box just now, and I'm really pleased with it. It's my favourite Silent figure yet, and before we go into even more detail about it, we're going to quickly take a look at the packaging. Okay, so if we take a look at the front, we can see that the packaging is very similar to that of the previous Series 6 Wave 1 figures. You've got information about the figure at the top, and it also says Series 6 in the top right corner. We can see the figure and its accessories in the plastic bubble in the middle, which is in fact in the shape of the TARDIS this time. It's not just a round bubble like it usually is for Series 5 and 6 figure packaging. I like the fact that the packaging for Wave 1D has the TARDIS shaped plastic bubble. Reminds me of the packaging we saw for the old figures back in 2006, 2007, 2008 and also 2009. Then if we take a look at the back, we can see all the figures from Wave 1D. As you may have noticed, the Peg Soldier is now called the Peg Doll Soldier for Wave 1D, but it is exactly the same figure. Then at the bottom we've got the same usual company information, and that's pretty much it for the packaging. Okay, so here we have the Silent with Open Mouth and Lightning Effect hands. Now this figure is very similar to the Wave 1B Silent with Open Mouth, but there are actually quite a few differences between this variant and the Wave 1B Open Mouth Silent figure. So now we're going to compare this variant to the Wave 1B Silent with Open Mouth. Okay, so here we have the Silent with Open Mouth and Lightning Effect hands on the left, standing next to the Wave 1B Silent with Open Mouth on the right. Now, from a distance away, these figures do look pretty much the same, but if we look closely at these two variants, we can see that there are at least two differences between them. Now, one of these differences is the jackets. Now, the Silent from Wave 1B, which has an open mouth, has a very glossy looking black jacket, whereas the Silent with Open Mouth from Wave 1D has more of a matte black jacket, like the Silent figures from Wave 1A of the Series 6 figure line. And then if we take a close look at their hands, we can see that the Silent from Wave 1B on the left has rather large, thick hands, whereas the Silent from Wave 1D on the right has rather small, thin hands. Now, the reason why the hands are smaller on the Wave 1D Silent figure is so that the figure can easily hold the lightning bolt accessories that it comes with, which are designed to slip onto the fingers of the figure. So those are the only differences I can find between these two figures. If there are more between them, please feel free to let me know in the comment section below, or if I do notice any while I'm filming this and I haven't mentioned them before, I will let you know about them in the comment section below or in YouTube video annotations. Okay, so that's it for this quick comparison of these two variants, and now we're going to start taking a look at the detailed paperwork and sculpting of the Silent from Wave 1D. Okay, so as usual we're going to start by taking a look at this figure's head sculpt. Now you can see that this is pretty much the same as the head of the Wave 1B Silent with Open Mouth figure. It's got a light grey skin tone, which makes it look like one of the Silents we saw from the end of Closing Time and also from the Wedding of River Song. It's got some absolutely amazing detail, like those dark red eyes, which make it look very creepy and evil. The creases in the skin around where the open mouth is, the little Silent nose, and you've also got the bone structure around the eyes and around where the ears should be. If we take a look at it from the back, we can see some more creases in the skin on the neck and also on the back of the head. There's nothing much really on the top of the head, but we can also see when looking around it that it's been painted with a mixture of shades of grey. Some of it's been painted with dark grey, some other parts of it have been painted with a light grey. I think the dark grey's been used to show some of the small detail of the head sculpt a lot more clearly, and this does work really well. It makes the head sculpt look absolutely amazing and really creepy at the same time. So if I was to give a summary of my thoughts on this head sculpt, I'd say it's absolutely brilliant. Just perfect the way it is, looks really great up close, and it has all the brilliant detail that it needs. Okay, so that's it for the head sculpt, and now we're going to start taking a look at its outfit. So the clothes on this figure are exactly the same as the clothes on any other Silent figure. We can see that he is wearing a black tie which has been painted with quite a glossy black. Through my eyes it doesn't actually look very glossy, but through the camera it does actually look really shiny. We can see that he is wearing a light green shirt as well, which looks really nice. You can just about see the collar under the Silent's chin there. Then if we take a look at his black jacket, we can see that this is a really nicely detailed part of the figure. It's got loads of creases, making it look very lifelike. We can see the detail of the lapels at the top there, the pocket on the side, the buttons going down the middle, another pocket here, and also a lot more creases on the back. And if we take a look at his hands, we can see that they are also very nicely detailed. As you can see, he's got 3 fingers and 1 thumb. There's quite a lot of creases on the skin, making it look very lifelike. We can also see the detail of the bone structure around where the fingers are. They look really nice up close, and even though they are smaller than I thought they would be, they still look absolutely brilliant, and they do hold the lightning bolts really nicely. Okay, so that's it for his hands, and now we're going to go back to looking at his clothing. So if we now take a look at his trousers, we can see that they are just black with quite a few creases going down and across them. Then if we finally move onto his shoes, we can see that they've been painted with either black or possibly dark blue. They're not very detailed, but we can see some creases on them, and also the detail of some laces around where the bottom of his trousers are, I believe. So that's pretty much all the detail of the Silent from Wave 1D. It has all the same brilliant detail and great paintwork as the Silent from Wave 1B. I don't think the paintwork needs any improvements. The detail looks absolutely amazing, and it's been made from some really nice sculpts. So that's it for the detail paintwork and sculpting for now, and now we're going to take a look at his articulation. Okay, articulation. His head can turn from side to side, can't do a 360-degree turn because his chin goes quite far down onto the torso. His arms are ball jointed, so they can move outwards. They can do a 360-degree turn from the shoulders as well. The arms can do a 360-degree turn at the biceps, bend up at the elbows. The hands can turn 360 degrees as well. Lower body articulation, he can turn from the waist 360 degrees. The legs can move outwards on the top, go backwards or forwards on the top, swivel 360 degrees at the thighs, and also bend. Okay, so that's all the articulation of the Silent from Wave 1D, exactly the same as that of any of the previous Silent figures. So you can play him into just as many brilliant poses with the ball jointed shoulders and other parts of the body which are articulated. Really like the things you can do with the ball jointed shoulders. You can put him into some really good poses with the lightning effect hands to make him look like he's attacking you or other figures in the Doctor Who action figure line. So now it's time for me to give a summary of my thoughts on this figure. Now, overall, I think the Silent from Wave 1D with open mouth and lightning effect hands is a brilliant addition to my Doctor Who figure collection. It's by far my favourite Silent figure. It has some absolutely brilliant detail that make it look very highly detailed, and also very much like one of the Silents we saw at the end of Closing Time and also throughout the Wedding of River Song. The paintwork is absolutely superb, especially on the head sculpt and the clothing. It's been painted with all the accurate colours that it needs. The articulation is also absolutely brilliant, and I don't have any problems with the sculpting. So if I was to give the Silent from Wave 1D a 8 out of 10, I'd quite happily give it a 10 out of 10. A absolutely brilliant addition to the collection. It's one that I'd recommend to anyone that likes the Silent figures, even those who have already bought the similar Wave 1B Silent figure, because this one has 2 brilliant accessories, and it also has a few differences which make it different from the Wave 1B version. Okay, so that's all I have to say for the Silent from Wave 1D, and now we're going to review his lightning effect hands. Okay, so here we have the lightning effect hands of the Silent from Wave 1D. Now these are made from a light blue translucent plastic. They are brilliant accessories in my opinion. They go really well with the Silent figure and they are really useful for scene recreations and also figure adventures. They do slide into the hands of this figure very easily and they do stay on quite well unless you're moving the arms around quite a lot. So if I was to give the lightning effect hands a rating out of 5, I'd say I'd give them a very well earned 5 out of 5. They've been sculpted really nicely, the plastic that has been used for them is really good, and they are just really great useful accessories for many things like scene recreations and also our own animations and figure adventures. Okay, so that is pretty much all I have to say for my review of the Silent from Wave 1D with open mouth and lightning effect hands. If you want to see my reviews of other Silent figures, then you should be able to find them on my channel from around July last year. I hope there are some more Silent variants released in the future. I can't imagine what variants that might be released in the future, but I would like to see some more of them in the future because I really enjoy buying them, especially the ones that come with lightning effect hands. Okay, so that is pretty much all I have to say for this review. If I have any more comments about these figures and their accessories, I shall put them up in YouTube video annotations or maybe just in the comment section below. If you would like to share your thoughts on this figure, please feel free to also do so in the comment section below or maybe in a video response you'd like to make. Thanks for watching this review, YouTubers, and I shall see you again soon. Hold on, I don't remember that figure being in front of me.